Repeat. Birthday.
Birthday.
No birthday, but birthday.
Birthday.
One more time. Birthday.
Birthday.
My birthday is on the 28th of December. My birthday is on the 28th of December. We say happy birthday to people on their birthday. We say happy birthday to people on their birthday. So when is your birthday? When is your birthday? My
birthday.
Not birthday, but birthday
Birthday
is on
is on
the 28th
of August.
of August. And what do we say to people on their birthday? What do we say to people on their birthday? We say happy birthday. Birthday.
Yes, two people
on their birthday. On their birthday. Repeat. Hi.
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 Repeat. Meet.
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 Repeat. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
When we meet a friend, we can say hi and how are you? Hi, how are you? Or we can say, how's it going? How's it going? Or how are you doing? When we meet a friend, we can say, hi, how are you? Or how's it going? Or how are you doing? When we meet somebody for the first time, we can say, hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. And then we shake hands with them. So what can we say when we meet a friend? What can we say when we meet a friend? When we meet a friend, we can say, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? And what can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? What can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? When we meet somebody for the first time, we can say, hello, nice to meet you, and shake hands with them. So when you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? When you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? No. When I go to meet somebody, I don't always arrive early. Sometimes I arrive early, and sometimes I arrive late. Repeat. Bring. Take. The difference between bring and take is that bring means carry here, whereas take means carry there. The difference between bring and take is that bring means carry here, whereas take means to carry there. When you come to school, you bring your book with you. When you come to school, you bring your book with you. And when you go home after the lesson, you take your book home with you. When you go home after the lesson, you take your book with you. So what is the difference between bring and take? What is the difference between bring and take? The difference between bring
and take is
that
bring
means carry here, whereas take means carry there. So bring your book to me, please. Bring your book to me, please. Bring your book to me, please. Okay, thank you. So what are you doing? I'm bringing my book to you. Good, okay. And take your book to her, please. Take your book to her, please. Okay, good, thank you. What are you doing? I'm taking my book to her. Very good. So give me a sentence with bring in it, please. Give me a sentence with bring in it, please. I bring my bag to the lesson with me. And give me a sentence with take in it, please. Give me a sentence with take in it, please. I take my bag home after with me after the lesson. So what am I doing? You are taking your book out
out
of the room
of the room,
into the corridor.
the corridor.
Into the corridor. Yeah, very good. Okay. And what am I doing? What am I doing? Come straight around. What am I doing? You are bringing
Bringing
your
your
ball
book
into
into the lesson.
into the lessons, into the classroom. Into the classroom. So, do you bring a pen with you to school? Do you bring a pen with you to school? Yes.
I bring
A pen
a pen
with me to school.
Yes.
Do you take this book home with you after the lesson? Do you take this book home with you after the lesson?
No.
I don't.
I don't
Take that book
home
with me.
with me after the lesson.
Yeah, why not? Because
It's not.
it isn't
mine.
It isn't mine. So, do you bring any food with you to school? Do you bring any food with you to school? Yes, no, yes,
No.
I don't.
I don't bring
Any food
any food
with me
with me
to school. And do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Yes,
Yes,
no?
I take
a camera with me
with me
when I go
when I go to holiday.
when I go on holiday.
On
not to-
holiday, okay.
When I go on holiday. So what do you bring with you to school? What do you bring with you to school? I bring my book.
My book, my backpack,
Yeah, my pen,
my pen,
my camera
my camera
with me
with me
to school.
to school.
Good. Repeat. Quite.
Quite.
You speak English quite well. You speak English quite well. I go to the cinema quite often, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. I think that learning Polish is very difficult. I think that learning Polish is very difficult. So, do you speak English quite well? Do you speak English quite well?
Yes,
I speak
English quite well.
Do you go to the cinema quite often? Do you go to the cinema quite often?
Yes,
I go to the cinema quite often. Do you think that learning English is quite easy? Quite easy. Do you think learning English is quite difficult? Or do you think that learning English is very difficult? Or do you think that learning English is very difficult? So do you think learning English is quite easy, a problem? Do you think it's quite difficult? Or do you think learning English is very difficult? I think learning
English is quite difficult, I think.
Good. Repeat. Pure. Impure. Pure water isn't bad for the body. Pure water is good for the body. The wine that we buy in the shops isn't always pure. Sometimes it's pure and sometimes it's impure. So is pure water bad for the body? Is pure water bad for the body? No.
Pure water
isn't bad for the body. It's good.
It's good for
the body. Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? No. The wine we buy in the shops isn't always pure. Sometimes it's pure and sometimes it's impure. Repeat. Promise. I never promise to give something to somebody and then not give it, and I always do what I promise to do. So if I promise something, it means that I will always do it. I will always do it. Do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not give it? Do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not do it? Yes, no?
Yes.
I sometimes.
And sometimes
No, I
sometimes
promise to give
something
to somebody and then not give it. Do you always do what you promise to do? Do you always do what you promise to do? Yes or no?
Yes.
I always
promise.
I always do
what I promise
to do. Repeat. Polite. Impolite. Adult. Teenager. waiters and waitresses are not always polite in restaurants. Waiters and waitresses are not always polite in restaurants. Sometimes they are very polite and sometimes they are impolite. Teenagers are not generally more polite than adults. Teenagers are generally less polite than adults. So are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? Are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? No.
No.
Waiters.
Waiter and
waiters and
waitresses
and waitresses. Good. Aren't always polite
to people
in restaurants. Sometimes they are polite and sometimes they are impolite. Are teenagers generally more polite than adults? Are teenagers generally more polite than adults?
No. Teenagers aren't generally more polite than adults.
They are generally
They are generally less polite than adults.